Yo, what is going on there, everybody, and welcome back to another Fortnite Chapter 4 video. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to go pro in Chapter 4 Season 2 Arena. So in this video, the things that you can expect me to explain to you are what are the best meta weapons that you need to be focusing on using. Also, I have 2 wins in this video, and I'm going to be breaking down every single fight out of those 2 wins. So not only are you going to be getting a lot of fighting tips out of this video, but I also am aware that a lot of people's ping has raised really high this season because of the central servers. But I'm also just going to be giving you guys tips to use not only in arena but also for your tournaments this season. Things such as how to use the kinetic blade during fights, all the types of heals you need to be carrying, etc, etc. Before we jump into things, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on notifications so that you guys do not miss a single video here, as well as typing in code JCMYT in your Fortnite item shop. So like I said before, we do have 2 wins that I'm going to be breaking down, but before I do that, I want you to know that I am playing on an average of 40 ping on the new central servers, so I want you to know that it is possible. Do not give up hope, and there may be some little things here and there because of 40 ping that you may be able to pick up on and implement into your game from mine. So let's start off with the meta. What are the absolute best weapons to be getting your hands on? In solos, I find myself rocking the pump shotgun along with the twin mag SMG. Obviously, you're going to need to get a kinetic blade. It is an essential item. It's just like the shockwave hammer, and typically I run 2 heal slots. So right here in the first match of this game, I saw that this guy was going to open the vault, and I did not want to make that easy for him. As you notice, I'm taking my time, I'm trying to take pieces, and I noticed that because this guy was building in metal and that he edited his floor, that it was going to be very easy to replace. So I switched to my SMG and I take his floor pretty much instantly, and that allowed me to get a big health advantage early with a big pump shot. And since I didn't finish this fight quickly enough, he tries to use the kinetic blade to get away from me. But what you need to do in this situation is basically you want to use your ears to listen to the direction that they're escaping to. Really hard to spot people when they use this kinetic blade, but it is super easy to hear the direction they're going, and that's exactly how I was able to track this guy down. He pulled his aerialist pretty early and it was a free kill. So I'm starting off this next fight with a good few shots on this player, and I noticed that he's going directly under me with the kinetic blade, and knowing that I have glider redeploy, I'm just like, alright, I'm gonna free fall to cut the distance and get to him fast. Starting out, I'm just trying to claim a few of these pieces in case he decides to rush me. He won't be able to piece control me. When I notice that he's not going for a play, I'm approaching this player's wall, and one rule that you need to keep in mind is you never want to double swing your pickaxe on their wall. Notice how I swing once and I hold my pump out just in case he decides he wants to make an edit play. I did not claim the wall in front of me like I should have, so this player gets a decent shot on me and cracks my shield, but I didn't panic. I just pulled out my shotgun again because I'm aware that I have a mythic pump, and he ends up editing right into my face. Freest kill of my life. Next fight ends up going super fast. This guy was fighting on the floating island in Storm with another guy, and I just kind of held him. He ended up panicking and using his katana in a really bad way, and it ended up giving me a pretty free kill, I'm not gonna lie. This next fight, I noticed a guy is landing near me off of a katana. I go for this play where I place a wall, edit a window, and place a cone above his head. A lot of times this will work and you'll catch him like deer in a headlight. I noticed that this guy is getting sprayed at by a third party as well after I cracked his shield, so I'm just trying to get in, man. I got a mythic pump. This next fight, I'm playing super patient. You're gonna notice that I'm playing far back enough that if this player edits, I can place a wall between us, and I do. And right here, if my pump would have shot, which it didn't, I would have gotten so much more damage, maybe even killed him. But I'm just looking to keep up the aggression with my SMG, deal as much damage as I can, and I get a big crack on him, so I'm trying to go and take his wall. Unfortunately, his ping was just better. You can see I'm kind of using these pieces to my advantage to not take any unnecessary damage. The storm ends up catching up, so I'm just gonna use my katana to get ahead when I notice the second to last guy, and yeah, I had a very painful missed pump. Doesn't really matter though, because he decides to make this edit play on me, and since I have a mythic pump, I'm just confident to take that fight. I end up popping my slurp juice because I noticed my health was pretty low and I didn't want to waste my chugs. Slurp juice this season are vital to have, especially in solos. They are absolutely broken. It's basically a free chug jug. So we're at the part of the match where the zones are moving, and I'm just looking to stay ahead of the zones with my katana. I heard that this guy was also using his katana, so I box up to be safe. And right here, I didn't feel safe going straight in the direction I needed to, so I go to Storm to use my katana. I get ahead again. I notice he's way up above me. I go for some free tags there with the pump. Didn't get too much damage. And yeah, this is basically how you want to play an end game. It's similar to the shockwave hammers. You're just trying to stay ahead so that you don't get stuck between the Storm and the final opponent. Right here, I ended up using my katana to get all the way ahead, and I noticed he was pretty high up, so I just used my SMG and To be honest, it all came down to aim right there. And that's how we ended up winning game number 1. Jumping straight into the second match, I start the first fight off with about 80 damage, and this is a really big tip I want to give you for the kinetic blade. Knowing that you don't take fall damage, you always want to go straight up above the opponent. A lot of times they're not going to be aware that you're directly above them, and you can get some free pump shots like I did here when I cracked him. In this fight, I know that he has the height, so I'm trying to do a protective high ground retake right here, when I notice that he's just trying to get piece control from above and that he's leaving his side open, and because I got so much initial damage and he didn't protect his sides, I was able to clean that up pretty quick. In the next fight, I really don't know what bro was doing. His controller might have died, but he got absolutely fried. Moving on along, I start this next fight with an instant shield crack, but notice how immediately after that, I am dragging my cones from above me and to my right, and then I'm placing a wall. Even though I didn't catch him in this piece control this time, this is a move that works a lot. You'll often find yourself catching a person and completely boxing them by just dragging the cones first. Again, I'm using my kinetic blade to take height. I get an easy 30 damage shot on him just because I got the high ground basically. I noticed that he dropped all the way to low ground, so I'm just keeping up the pressure because I know he's weak. I take the wall with my SMG because he was using chug splashes. When an enemy is using chug splashes, there is a delay between them using those and being able to build again, and that's why I was so easily able to take this guy's wall and end off the fight quickly. I start this next fight off with about 75 damage, and again, I'm using this kinetic blade to go straight up, and even though I did not capitalize here, you're gonna notice I had a big opportunity to just shoot this guy in his back. He was so unaware. This guy ends up dropping to low ground, and from here, it was just a battle of taking the piece and hitting the shot. Again, if you're on 30 to 40 ping, you can still be pretty confident trying to take walls. Most people are gonna be on somewhat mid-range ping. If you get a damage lead as big as the one you're about to see here, then you absolutely must capitalize on. I hit this guy for 120 with that assault rifle, so immediately I'm dashing in with the katana. I couldn't take this guy's wall at first, but once he started to expand out, I make a little pre-box in front of him. I end up snagging the wall, but he went up a layer above me, so I just go through the side. I try to get a cone above his stair, but it does not capture him. So again, I'm trying to just katana up. Maybe I'll get an opportunity, but he's completely protected, so I'm just trying to take a wall. I don't end up taking his wall, but he actually times it pretty well to where when I'm swinging my pickaxe, he makes an edit play on me, and he honestly ends up boxing me here. But I made the quick thinking decision to spray his piece with my AR and take it with a cone immediately. And since I had started this fight with such a big damage lead, it was only up to hitting that one pump shot. The thing about these arena matches is a lot of the times when you make it to the top 3 players, those other 2 players are absolute Timmies that were just hiding for their placement points pretty much all game. So these last 2 guys that I end up eliminating, they really were not the best players. As you can see, I get an absolute fry on this guy, and I just ended up kinetic blading over to him. Made this pretty cool play where I like landed on the zip line and I literally just 50-50 jumped in his box, but he was weak, so it was a smart play. And I'm not wasting any time. Since I know I have what I need to win the game, as soon as I kill that guy, I'm going to try to spot the last guy and end off the match. And surely enough, he was flying towards me in the air, and this might have been the freest kill of my entire life, all because he pulled his aerialist too early. So guys, let me know in the comment section if this video helped you out in any way, shape, or form. Honest to God, this is maybe my favorite season of Fortnite, honestly, ever. I love everything about this season. It is enjoyable. I actually haven't enjoyed playing Arena this much ever, so yeah. Thank you guys all so much for watching today's video. I hope you did enjoy, and I hope you learned something to take with you into your next Arena games or your tournament matches. If you made it this far into the video, be sure to comment a heart emoji down below so I can see who the real ones are. If you want to see another video of mine, it's on screen now. That would mean the world to me, and as always, guys, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I'll catch you all in the very next video. It's been your boy JCM. Peace.